Hello, everyone. Welcome to the BCPA Power Forum for this week. We are so excited to have Brady Bumgarner here to walk us through App Advisor. We're all about simplifying processes to get you to the next level in your business. Brady is going to walk us through this new tool. I got the pleasure of sitting through the demonstration a few weeks ago, and it is a remarkably seamless experience. And so I am really looking forward to having Brady here. So, Brady, can you introduce yourself to the group and share a little bit about yourself and all that you plan to share?
Thanks, Alyssa. Yeah, hi everyone. It's my pleasure to be here. It's great to talk to different associations and communities and kind of share all the work that we're trying to do to make it easier for companies to build apps, publish them to marketplace, and grow their sales. And to get feedback, which is a lot of the most important part. Like we need to be working on projects that address your problems, solve your pain points. So it's great to present to you our different takes of trying to do that and learn more from you on the different problems you're facing and if we're hitting the mark or not. So I'm Brady Bumgarner. I work in the marketplace and software development company journey team at Microsoft. So there we try and drive new features into marketplace, working with our engineering counterparts to improve marketplace, and also to tell the story about marketplace and provide resources to make it easier for you to build apps and publish them and grow your sales to marketplace. As well as different benefit offerings to provide you free Microsoft products and cloud credits and different consultations and tools to help do that. So I'm lucky enough that I have this role where I get to work on different kind of automation projects to help automate things, make things easier for software development companies to build and sell apps. So here today I want to present one of my favorites, or is my favorite, App Advisor, and through that I'll also share another one of my projects with the Quick Start Development Toolkit, which will help. Well, I'll describe when I get there, but it's really designed to help you accelerate your development through easy to deploy cloud reference code too. So I'm happy to get started and get right in. Let me take over presenting. All right. So we have a great tool called App Advisor available on our website on www.microsoft.com/ISV. We call it the ISV Hub. And I want to talk through some exciting updates that we launched to it. So App Advisor is an always-on self-serve experience that gives software companies curated step-by-step guidance for building, publishing, and selling B2B apps through Microsoft's commercial marketplace. And with App Advisor, software development companies can get immersive, actionable guidance to help them with their apps. So Microsoft produces a lot of different technologies. There's a lot of different types of apps you can build on top of our technology. And there's a lot of different materials out there to help software companies, understand the opportunities available and the different technical guides and developer hubs that are out there to help them understand how to build apps using that technology. And there's also a lot of other guidance out there for different publishing scenarios and growing your sales. And it's a little hard to quickly find what you need for your specific scenario, and then to understand a little bit of a structured path to help you get started and progress. And that's what we're trying to help you with App Advisor. Is we have a system that can help you curate the guidance, helps us curate the guidance down to you to make it more aligned to what you're building, publishing, and selling, and then provide some structure of here's the step that you're at, and then here's what comes after that, and what comes after that, and what comes after that. So as a software company, App Advisor can help you learn the value of building on Microsoft, design and build your app, publish your You're offered a marketplace, grow your sales by giving you the information you need to know on topics like designing a well-architected app, engaging in benefit offerings to get no-cost access to products, dev tools, cloud credits, technical consults, give you advice on publishing and monetizing through marketplace, all the way through selling with negotiated terms through marketplace with customer private offers, multi-party private offers, the different benefits and incentives you can unlock as you sell through marketplace, and how to make the most of co-sell. So let's just dive right into it, and I'll do the quick demo so you can see how it works. So App Advisor is available on the ISV Hub. Again, that's microsoft.com/ISV, and it's available in the top navigation right there. And App Advisor has been around for over a year, but we recently launched significant updates that really improve the experience, and that's what I'm going to be demoing to you here. And these are available in the US site currently, but the rest of the world is coming by the start of the Build conference if we stick to schedule. So it'll be available, the new version of the experience will be available globally in 26 different localized locales by Build. And in the interim, outside of the US site, the older version of App Advisor is still available. But let's launch into the new one. So when you launch App Advisor for the first time, it's going to ask you a series of questions. And these help App Advisor understand where you're at in your app journey and what products you're building for. So I'm going to say I need help building my application. And then App Advisor needs to know how to curate that guidance, like what are the primary products you're kind of building with for your app. So here I'm going to say I'm building with Azure and I'm building with Teams. I can multi-select here. Coming soon, we're going to be adding another button specifically for AI and Copilot. That should be available later this summer, which will help give even more curated guidance on AI and Copilot scenarios. What topic would be most helpful to me? I really want to learn about designing my solution architecture and my marketplace offer, but specifically my solution architecture. So I'm gonna hit next. And at the end of that short wizard, we have the information now that App Advisor is gonna land me in the right step in that structured step-by-step framework applicable to what I indicated I needed. And then for example, on step 2, we can find content that's curated specifically to Azure and M365 scenarios. If I had selected Dynamics, you'd see Dynamics, different resources and opportunities surfaced here. When you land in that experience, then we landed you into that right spot in this framework, depending on what you answered, but that doesn't mean you have to stay there. You're free to explore. You can click to use this left navigation to explore around and see what different guidance and what that step-by-step structure is in App Advisor, like what it can help you with. And you can also just skip immediately to the different stages in the top navigation. And if you land on a step, decide it's not quite the right one for you, or if you complete that content and are ready to move on to the next, you can also just hit the next step button, and we'll track for you and let you know, hey, you reviewed that content, you explicitly moved on to the next step, and we'll remember that check mark for you. If you leave and come back, you'll land on that next step that you were at, the one you last were currently viewing, and we'll maintain that check mark for you, so you know where you left off. And I think I want to talk a little bit next about some different ways we're trying to communicate through App Advisor to make it a more pleasant experience for you as well. So you'll find throughout the content, we try and bring in some engaging imagery to convey topics, to keep visual interest in the experience. So you're not just having to read through big walls of text. You'll find when you navigate through the experience that we're also trying to provide you with relevant, compelling stats to help you understand, like in real terms, what the opportunity is in the different steps and items in App Advisor, and we'll consistently call that out with icons so you kind of know where to look for those. And we also surface good troubleshooting and additional content through the use of right rails. So for example, on the step here on drafting your offer in Marketplace, we find a lot of software development companies, they can run into role-based access issues in Partner Center when they go in to create their offer. Like their organization's either not in a publishing program yet, or that individual doesn't have the right role, or they might not be in the right publishing program, because there's actually two of them depending on what type of offer you want to publish. So we can do things like bring in troubleshooting guidance through the right rail, which allows us to provide that guidance to you if that scenario is applicable to you, or if you want to see it, but not crowd and lengthen the main content vein. We also are trying to do a good job of integrating multimodal availability. Like, everyone learns in their own way. So we try and bring in video content where it's available. Today, this links you over into a new tab, but in about a month and a half, these videos will open directly in the experience. So you can watch a video and move on within AppAdvisor without having to leave the experience. And then for those companies who are in ISV Success, which is a benefit offering that provides no-cost products, cloud credits, and technical consultations, will surface where there's applicable benefits that you can use to help you with those steps. So for example, I'm on drafting my offer here, and I'll see a call out that there's a publishing consultation through ISV Success that's available to you if you have questions. If there's something that you're having an issue with, or you still need to learn a little bit more outside of what we're presenting in AppAdvisor to you. Let's go through some of what we're covering here. So the Discover stage, we joke that this is kind of like the dating profile for Microsoft. So this is where we're trying to help land with software development companies the opportunities that are available to build on our technology stack and why we're the right technology partner for you. We'll help land that with those key stats I was showing earlier, and backing it up with resources around the opportunities that are available in those products that you communicated to the wizard, and how you can work AI into your solution for even more impact to your customers. We'll walk through how to make the most out of Marketplace and the business opportunity that's available in selling through Marketplace. And then in the third one, around how we can help you along that journey of building and publishing to Marketplace through our benefit offerings. So we'll cover through what's available through Microsoft for startups, if you're a startup, an early stage company, ISV Success, which again gives you products and consultations and cloud credits to help you build, publish, and sell. Marketplace Rewards, which once you're published and selling through Marketplace, can give you great benefits to help you engage customers, optimize your offer, and most impactfully, a lot of cloud credits to help you sell and close deals through Marketplace. And then certified software designations to help you differentiate in Marketplace. And we walk through telling you the high-level story, and again, through that right rail, allow you to dive in and see all the different benefits that are available, give you that path to join the offering if you're so inclined. And we try and tell that story kind of inclusively through all the programs Microsoft has and benefit offerings we have that are applicable to Marketplace partners. Like, as you sell through Marketplace, here's everything you can unlock along that journey. And then in the third step, this is where we hope to make it real for your business. So this is something we're moving more into as we go along and build out AppAdvisor, which is adding these interactive modules where not only can you get guidance, but you can start getting things done. This first one helps you input the information that's relevant to your specific company. So here, I'm gonna say my engagement level with ISV Success, if I plan on using it or not, and which package I'm targeting, and if I'm going to renew. And then I can communicate. If I sell through Marketplace, my average deal size, say, is going to be 25,000. I think I'm going to just start off easy the first year with 15 deals, ramp it up to say 40 deals through marketplace the next year, and then hit 100 deals in year 3. And I'll see what's the value of the different benefits, incentives, and cloud credits I can get through engaging in ISV Success, Marketplace Rewards, other incentive programs that are available. And I can see that contrasted with the cost of selling through Marketplace, namely that 3% transaction fee. I can see it in more detail through the full report. It'll give you line by line, like here's, based on what you told us, here's your projected forecasted revenue through Marketplace, the benefit value you'll get through these different programs, what your costs will be, and even lets you export that to a Marketplace value presentation so you can make the case with the rest of your company to show them. So this integrates that data specifically into a slide within a greater value proposition for selling through Marketplace, and it'll include that slide that's relevant specifically to your company. So I have neglected to add my company name, so it's not showing up here, but it'll create that graph for you and part of that total pitch on Marketplace, so you can go to your business leaders and use this as part of your pitch to publish your app through Marketplace and use that as a selling channel. I'd like to highlight a few things in Build. So this is where we help you with the structure on building your app and different resources to accelerate that build and show you what's available from Microsoft. So we start off with landing that kind of, here's the categories of things that are available to you from Microsoft to help you build that app. And again, we're personalizing or curating that based on what you told us you're building against. So here I'll see Azure and M365 and Teams with some AI content. If I had indicated Dynamics, I'd see Dynamics content here. And then I'll skip forward to designing solution architecture so I can show off the other project that we have here where we're trying to help accelerate your development, make it even easier for you to develop your app even faster through the Quick Start Development Toolkit. Just to avoid any loading issues, I've got that open in a new tab here, but this is where we provide a lot of resources based around popular development patterns under 3 branches. So AI, Copilot, and agents. So if you're building an app, an AI app for Copilot or agents, we have several primary development patterns that bundle together some resources to accelerate your development. Like specifically, reference solution architecture to ground that development pattern with you, and then quick deploy reference code around those patterns so you can quickly deploy sample reference code around those patterns to your development environment and build on top of that. And then also replicating apps from AWS to Azure. We have several common development patterns and resources bundled around those, and then also Sentinel integrations. So just to kind of show what that looks like as you explore our branch, this is the AI Copilot and agents, where you can see we have several development patterns like creating agents to enhance Copilot's functionality or developing connectors and agents for Copilot Studio, using Azure OpenAI assistants to create agents, several patterns like that, including Fabric ones that are very popular. And if you click into one of those, you'll learn a little bit more about that scenario to ground it for you, and then get access to the resources like the reference architecture diagrams, the GitHub or Azure CLI code templates that let you deploy these reference code libraries into your development environment to accelerate your path, and how-to articles. So returning to App Advisor, when you get to designing your marketplace offer, we have this kind of at the bottom of the build stage. So if you're on that build path, you can learn about those options to publish and sell through Marketplace in terms of Marketplace offer types. And when you transact, there's certain considerations for SaaS in particular that you need to build into your offer. So this is kind of where we communicate that and communicate which offer types support transactability, which types you need to kind of pair together. So for example, if you're building a SharePoint solution, Office add-in, or we're in the process of updating the name for this, but agent for Microsoft 365 or Copilot, you publish that app out and then you also link it to a transactable SaaS to sell through Marketplace. So we'll walk through how to do that, how to get started, talk through pricing options that are available, frequently asked questions, surface video content available, and then offer this great flow diagram to help you understand and match your app project to the right marketplace offer type and understand the billing options available. And the great news is within a couple months, or let me say just later this summer, we're going to bring all of this into an interactive wizard. So it can help you process through a series of questions and answers to kind of land on the offer type that matches to your development project and help you understand the pricing and selling options. In Publish, that's where we walk through getting started with Partner Center, understanding how role-based access works there. And if you come straight into the publishing step, that's where we kind of help you understand how to sell transactable, kind of cover some of that same content at the bottom of a build with the flow diagram. And then get into drafting your offer. Again, I showed you the troubleshooting material that's available to help you if you are having issues getting access to the right spots in Partner Center to start that publishing process. Video content's available. And then go through step-by-step on configuring your marketplace offer. And we personalize this or curate this based on the earlier products that you communicated. And after we have that offer type wizard that's going to land this summer, we're going to be able to even further curate this content down for you, depending on the offer type you're targeting. We'll be able to get this a lot more even targeted and tactical for you. So everything is just really specific to what you're working on. And if you're selling to SMB, we try and definitely work through different tips and tricks to help you know how to set it up for the most success with that audience. So one of those big ones is to enable a free trial on your transactable plans, because a lot of people are searching for apps that have a free trial that they can get started with, and free trials often convert to sales at a high percentage. And then when we get into the grow stage, we help back that up on the grow, manage, and nurture leads step. There is content in there on the importance of those free trials, a little more detail on the benefits. And then when you get into nurture, like guidance on how to nurture those free trial folks into paid customers. So in Grow, we try and help you with everything that's available from Microsoft to help you sell through Marketplace, including the Marketplace Rewards benefits that are available to help you get started, the most pertinent ones to help you get started, general guidance on how to sell through Marketplace and advocate for your app and promote your app, how to track your campaigns through to the Marketplace traction and conversion that they're getting with OSID tracking codes, and viewing that data in the Insights Workspace and Partner Center, and diving into closing those sales with negotiated terms for customers. So a lot of selling that happens through Marketplace is through private offers, and not only through the public plans you publish. So a lot of that selling, if you're selling directly to customers, happens through what we call to-customer private offers. And if you are selling to a partner that has or selling to a customer that has a relationship with another partner, like a channel partner, you can go together with them through multi-party private offers. Or if you're selling to a customer of a cloud solution provider, or want to enable a cloud solution provider to sell your offer to their customers, that's also an option. You can create private offers that enable them to sell them to to their customers. And we try and bring in little tips and tricks along the way. So and insights. So a majority of co-sell deals happen through negotiated deals. So if you want to make the most out of co-sell, it's important to learn your options for private selling and how those work. In here again, we have the video content, the how-to quick overview of how it works and how you create a customer private offer. And importantly, not just the steps for you, but the guidance and information your customer will need to know for the best success for them to buy and purchase that offer. So we'll bring in resources for you to share with your customer on how to purchase and buy that offer, even demo video of the customer experience if they want to leverage that. And that's similar on the MPO side. So if you're selling through MPO, we'll give you guidance on when to use CSP private offers versus MPO. And then for MPO, what are some great key use cases to use it most effectively? You can access video content on how those can help you the best, key scenarios and call outs, and then how to leverage multi-party private offers. And we'll walk you through, here's the part that you're going to do, here's the part the channel partner will need to do, and then here's the resources for you to share with that channel partner to make sure that they have success with their side. And here's the resources for you to share with the channel partner to send on to the customer to make sure that they have what they need to purchase the offer successfully for as trouble-free of experience as you can have. In benefits and incentives, again, we'll walk you through step by step what's available for you as you sell through Marketplace, how to make the most of it, and specifically as you sell through Marketplace, you can really unlock a lot of cloud credits through Marketplace rewards that you can use to accelerate your sales. Like both, you can use those to offset your cost if you're, say, a SaaS provider and you're selling and you want to run customer POCs. You can do that at no cost by applying some of your Azure credits to your own subscriptions. You can offset deployment costs, and you can even use the Marketplace Rewards free Azure as deal sweeteners with your customers. In this, we'll kind of walk through how that works, how to use it to close deals, and then we even let you in on the latest developments, which is if you're a top selling partner, you can get even more than that top end 400,000 that we advertise as part of the program. There's a process to support large deals where you can unlock even more Azure sponsorship or Azure credits. We'll walk through the transact and grow incentives, and then Azure IP co-sell. And finally, in co-sell, we'll try and land with you, like who's the best target customer segment to apply to co-sell, like what are most of those co-sell opportunities that, remember, you really need to know how to grow sales with negotiated deals, because a lot of co-selling happens through negotiated selling options, how to become Azure IP co-sell eligible, and then the Marketplace rewards benefits that can really help you with your co-selling. We'll get into the steps, how to create those things, those co-sell solutions, and the different marketing materials you need to attach for sellers, so sellers can make the most effective use of those materials and understand your solution and if it's applicable to the niche that they sell into, and give you best practices for those marketing collaterals here, so you can access in here, the key points you need to communicate and to sellers through that co-sell solution and associated materials, so that they can understand that solution quickly and sell it quickly to the customers that they engage with. And then also some key tips on how to make the most use of referrals to get traction with Microsoft sellers. So one, submit those referrals to us, even if you don't need help, so you can increase your visibility to sellers. And it will also give you customer insights. Like if you submit a referral, it'll help you understand if that customer has a Azure consumption commitment, and if your app is Azure IP co-sell qualified, if they purchase your app, it helps them meet their Azure consumption commitments. And we'll give you the best practices on good lead versus great leads. So like what that key information is that you need to submit to get the most traction with Microsoft sellers. So that's kind of App Advisor in the nutshell. And we have new features that are coming soon I can share with you. So again, we're going to have the localized experience by Build conference if we stick on track, which we should. We'll have a new welcome tour helping to orient new users to help them understand about that right rail experience and how to navigate App Advisor. The video content that'll play within the experience. And then in the next few months, coming later in the summer, that offer type selection wizard, and we'll be adding in authentication capability to support further personalization. So with that, let me know what questions you have or what some of those key friction points that you have that we should dive into even deeper in App Advisor and help solve for you and help provide the right guidance.
We're opening the floor up for questions, so feel free to raise your hand, and we will turn on your mic and allow you to ask Brady any questions that you may have. And maybe this is a really basic question, but I want to start with what was one of the when developing App Advisor, what was one of the key issues you all were trying to solve for partners?
Really around making it as easy as possible for partners to find the right resources and guidance for what they're building, and then to help them understand the kind of overall process, that structured flow, to make it easier to mentally process, right? Like what the full end-to-end picture is of building, publishing, and growing, to like organize that content for you, so you don't have to spend all the time going and discovering and putting together that framework yourself.
Awesome. And if I'm, say, an MSP and I'm looking for a way to, I guess, essentially transform my business, do you see App Advisor as being in a seamless way of being able to kind of transform my business from MSP to ISV? And if so, can you elaborate how?
Mm. App Advisor is primarily oriented for software development companies today. So, I mean, if you're looking to make that transition into a software development company, you can see kind of what that journey is and the marketplace offer types that are relevant for selling your app through marketplace. And then we do even cover how to, if you're creating an IP-based app that you want to sell repeatedly through marketplace, there are blanking on the name for it, but there are transactable professional services that you can attach the offer and sell, and we do kind of walk through how that process works, so you can sell those services along with your IP through marketplace.
Awesome. It looks like Melvin has a question. Melvin, we will allow you to, let me turn on your mic. Here we go. All right, Melvin, go ahead.
Thank you. So I have previously participated in the ISV Success Program and worked with other Microsoft partners to actually develop and have the design for an AI app.
Okay.
Can I sort of jump in with this opportunity, plug that in, have it be assessed, and go from there?
Do you mean to plug in your framework on how you're approaching it, or do you mean like, are we bringing in kind of guidance on building AI apps in App Advisor?
Well, yeah. So I guess I would be starting leveraging App Advisor from design already developed, but then it would need to be analyzed. For instance, this design's been working over the last year. So there are new products, new AI offerings, for example, that may, enhance the solution. And so my question is this, you know what I mean? So that's where I am.
Okay. Yeah, so App Advisor today has guidance and resources around adding AI services to your apps. We are increasing that footprint, targeting early summer to increase that footprint and provide even more information on integrating AI into your apps, and even adding that explicit selection into the wizard. Like if you specifically say you want to build an AI focused app, we'll have even more segmented content available to you. And then I would also say in that design your solution architecture step, you get into the quick start development toolkit, which has a lot of development patterns specifically around AI and Copilot and agents that can help accelerate development in that area. And again, later this summer towards the fall, we'll bring that more directly into App Advisor so it can help people match their app project to the right development pattern to help accelerate their development. But if you have like other friction points that you'd want to surface and make sure that we're addressing based on your experience with AI solutions, I'd love to meet with you and dive further into your feedback and what you view as the most important things to guide software companies on.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you. That's helpful. And I certainly want to carry on that conversation because certainly this solution includes, for instance, Power Apps and things along those lines. So
Great.
That integration is important. So thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. Thanks, Melvin.
All right, Lewis. All right, you can come off mute.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
We gotcha.
I am Lewis, and thank you, Brady. I have a question for App Advisor. Will it help to refresh current marketplace listings, such as landing pages and technical specs required?
That's a great question. Today it's mostly oriented around that kind of first path through building and publishing your app and not necessarily coming back in and revising it, but we might get more towards helping in that area further next year. There are other efforts we're working on to bring AI powered marketplace listing recommendations to software partners, but we're not crisp on delivery timelines yet on that feature, so I wouldn't be able to talk to how we're surfacing that. But there is a marketplace rewards benefit if you have published transactable that is specifically around optimizing your listing, and that refreshes every year for you. So if you haven't engaged in that benefit, that's a great route to go and get specific tips to optimize your marketplace listing to gain the most traction with customers and marketplaces you can. Hope that helps.
Yes, thank you.
Awesome. Okay, it looks like LaDon, we have a question from you.
Yes, thank you. My question is ultimately, as far as duplicating efforts, I mean, you all are moving really fast and you're putting out great functionality. I don't want to waste a lot of time trying to do stuff that you all are already doing, what is the best way to remain engaged so that we're kind of moving with you, but not necessarily, you understand what I'm getting at? I mean, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think so. So I think as we develop new features and have roadmaps that I can share with you, I'd be happy to come back and engage in the community and share what we're working on and kind of targeting. I didn't provide or prepare a specific slide on the next features we're releasing soon, but I can talk to them. I mean, one of them is integrating this quick start development toolkit into App Advisor in a more interactive method where it'll provide some questions and answers, questions that you can answer to help match your app project to the right development pattern, so we can quickly get you, deployable reference code and reference solution architecture diagrams and how-to articles to accelerate your development. The next thing we're working on too is an offer type selection wizard, which basically brings in this whole diagram flow to help you process and match your app project to the right marketplace offer type and understand the billing options available through that offer type. And that'll allow us to personalize the configuration guidance, for configuring and then publishing that offer. And then we hope to also in Q1, so that's before the end of September, help you get started by creating that offer directly without having to leave App Advisor. And then ideally, sometime in Microsoft's next fiscal year, we have plans and intentions to allow partners to go through that whole configuration process on their marketplace offer and publish it without leaving App Advisor. But that one does still, I would say it's still pending engineering prioritization on some core capabilities that we need. So that one, don't count on that as 100% granularity. That's more directionally where we're trying to take App Advisor.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other questions from the group? Okay, if not, Brady, we want to thank you so much for joining us today. This was a just phenomenal show of just how Microsoft is trying to work to create opportunities to make the seamless app development just easier for organizations. So thank you so much, and we will, you're welcome to come and join us anytime, as new features and functionalities are released. But thank you again for joining BCPA.
All right, thank you. It was a pleasure. And everyone feel free to reach out with any feedback or pain points that you feel like we could address, in App Advisor to help you move faster, easier. Yeah.
And what's the best way for folks to provide feedback to you?
Right now via email. So just reach out to bradyb@microsoft.com.
Wonderful. All right. Well, we will drop that in the chat. And just a few announcements before we all depart. We have a Power Forum next Wednesday, May 14th, and it's all about mental health. So, May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and so we are building a strong community of wellness minded members. And so we want to ensure that everybody gets the opportunity to join. So you can scan that QR code to join next week's or to register for next week's Power Forum. So we have quite a few events coming up through the month of May and June, and we look forward to having you all there. So be on the lookout in email and LinkedIn for updates. So have a wonderful Wednesday, everyone, and take care.